Once upon a time, in the village of Umoi, there lived a woman whose beauty was beyond words. Her name was Isime. Her skin glowed like fresh palm oil under the sun, her eyes sparkled like morning dew, and her smile, oh, her smile, could melt the heart of even the angriest man. Men whispered about her beauty. Women envied her charm. Whenever she walked past, everything else faded into the background. Old woman, muttering, "This kind of beauty, it is dangerous." But Isime was not just beautiful, she was wise. She knew the power she had over men, and she knew exactly how to keep them at a distance. Isime, smiling politely, no touching before marriage. The men nod, impressed by her virtue. Some exchanged glances, admiring her even more. To the men, this was a sign of dignity. A woman of values. A woman of virtue. They respected her. They praised her. But Isime knew the truth, this was not about dignity. This was about her secret. A secret so dark, so terrifying, that if a man ever discovered it, his life would never be the same again. Isime, the first husband. Then came Emma. A man with a heart as pure as fresh palm wine. He was kind. Hardworking. And from the moment he saw Isime, he knew she was the woman he wanted to marry. Emma, smiling, "This one. This is the woman I will marry. Emma, Isime, you are the light of my world." Isime laughs softly, but when Emma tries to take her hand, she gently pulls away. Isime, no touching before marriage. Emma respected her. He promised to wait. And after months of courtship, he finally went to her father's house. "Emma, marry me, Isime. Be the mother of my children." Isime hesitates, fear flashing in her eyes. But she forces a smile and nods. "Isime, I will marry you." The village erupts in celebration, drumming, dancing, laughter. But as the wedding feast ends, the night grows darker. "Emma, softly. My love, don't be afraid. You are mine now." Isime's hands tremble. She steps back. "Isime, maybe we should sleep first, we are tired." Emma chuckles, pulling her close. "Emma, I have waited for this night. I will love you gently." There was no escape. She knew this moment would come. Slowly, hesitantly, Isime removes her clothes. Emma's expression changes instantly. His eyes widen in shock. Then, he lets out a loud, piercing scream. "Emma, HHH. My eyes. My eyes." Emma had gone blind. And no one knew why. The next morning, Isime packs her things and leaves the village without a word. The whispers begin. Villagers whispering, "She is cursed. It must be witchcraft." Emma saw something he was never meant to see. Ed, the second husband. Isime has moved to another village. A new man enters her life, Ed. His name appears on the screen, Ed, the rich and powerful. Ed was different. He was richer, stronger, more powerful. He had lands, gold, and influence. He had everything, except Isime. Ed sees Isime at the market. His heart skips a beat. "Ed, I must have her." Despite warnings from his friends, Ed proposes. Isime accepts. Another grand wedding follows. "Ed, my wife, tonight belongs to us." Isime trembles, but she knows there is no escape. She undresses. Ed's smile fades. His hands fly to his throat. Ed, mouth opening, but no sound comes out. He stumbles back, pointing at his ears, then his mouth. He is trying to scream. Trying to speak. But he cannot. In that instant, Ed lost his voice. And his hearing. The villagers panic. Another tragedy. Another mystery. And once again, Isime disappears into the night. Oh, by now, the third husband. Now, the whole village fears her. But one man remains unshaken, Obaina, the richest man in all of Umoi. His name appears, Obaina, the wealthiest man, the final husband. Obaina, I do not fear curses. I do not fear anything. He marries Isime in the grandest wedding the village has ever seen. But when the night comes, the moment he sees what lies between Isime's thighs, he lets out the loudest scream yet. Obaina, what is this? Villagers rush in. The truth is revealed. The secret that has haunted Isime all her life, she was born with 2 female parts. Obaina trembles. His chest tightens. Blood drips from his mouth. He collapses, dead. The village erupts in chaos. Villagers screaming, she is a witch. She has brought death to our people. She must leave this village. Isime, broken and crying, finally speaks the truth. Her stepmother had cursed her as a baby. Isime, I never knew. I never asked for this. But the village was not ready to forgive. The last sound, the crackling of flames, followed by silence.